Hey everybody,
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title!
Guys, we are back with another episode. It is Season 1, Episode 5 of Halo, Solace.
Woo!
Last on,
Crap went down. We got the Reckoning. Big old battle. Napalm flying through with the Covenant showing up. Yeah. We got our first looks at grunts, jackals, and a brute chieftain with a warhammer. The warhammer brute collected the key and dipped out, and then they dropped the chosen one to pretend to be one
Hostage.
of us, a human spy.
Yeah.
and Kai could possibly be dead.
And Chief wanted to attack Halls again.
True.
Yes, and Cortana shot him down.
So tensions are probably going to be high after this battle.
They didn't lose the key thing itself. They lost the thing that the key goes into. The key hole.
I believe so.
Yeah, the keyhole.
Yeah. So guys, if you like our reaction, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we drop more Halo. Comment down below what you think about the episode. We're on the road to 50K, so again, smash the frickin' subscribe button. And we have a Patreon. If you want to watch a couple shows a week in advance, join our Discord, or just support the channel, hit the link in the description. It really helps us out.
And it's not a market substitute. Go on Paramount Plus, watch Halo over there first, then come back to YouTube and watch your boys' reaction. We're gonna punch it.
Bah!
Nice coated blooded armor.
His armor's rusted. You see that? Do they have acid blood?
Perhaps.
Lies.
Deception. Oh wow, no surprise she's letting him be so close to him right now.
Well, I mean, Cortana could just shut him down again. Oh my god.
He looks like he wants to kill her.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
boy.
The rage.
Hi.
Oh!
Man.
That was really.
Oh!
That was an intense transition.
Too much. Again.
Oh my god. You can kill her if that's morphine.
I wonder how their pain receptors are
Master Chief?
with the butt pill.
Master Chief, you're
Those two
ill.
don't have it.
Contact with
Yeah.
the larger artifact has overloaded your system.
Like, would have been easier to do the operation.
True.
I can't do.
Wait, she's speaking their language right there in front of them.
What language?
Saying the elite.
The Covenant speech, yeah.
Before she passed out, the Covenant had kidnapped her as a child and kept her prisoner ever since.
That just triggered him.
The paralleling.
System check? No, sir, I'm fine.
I've run a systems check, and that's absolutely not true.
I'll be fine.
No one asked.
Captain.
Is she just lying right now?
We
Talking
need
like
to
this?
get
Is
you
she
well,
faking it?
Chief.
Probably.
Yeah.
He wants to rip her head off.
Put her down. Up for it.
Same.
The ship kind of looks like a G.I. Joe ship.
I was gonna say Star Wars.
That doesn't even look like
Oh
a door.
boy.
The shot. It's the Halo Infinite shot.
Fuck.
Cortana can still shut him down if he
All
does
he
it.
needs, he just needs 5 seconds with her. Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Tell me what's going on.
Thought you knew everything.
Oh.
What do you know about Roman Quinn?
He like just
He
turned off
locked
the
her in
air. What if he like turned off the air in there?
No, he just locked her
Quinn
in.
was no ordinary shipbuilder. See, Quinn knew that all technology, no matter how advanced, can go bad. So you gotta have a failsafe.
Oh boy.
He built failsafes into all of his tech. It was so simple, just left his mind. And that was the end of Roman Quinn.
Oh my gosh, he sounds like he's a murderer right
Yeah, he
now.
does.
He is technically
Master
professional.
Chief, you're tired and overloaded.
Nah, I never felt better.
The sensors fail with the...
She will receive a very large dose of radiation. The worst part isn't the burning.
See, that's the funny part. Cortana can't do anything in this instance. You knock him out, she still dies from radiation.
We open this door, or your creator dies.
All I can do is overload your neural pathways and create a temporary state of
That's a
stasis.
lie.
I
That's a
can't
lie.
control you.
That's a lie.
gonna be forced to it. You're gonna be forced to control him. Don't. Let's see.
Fuck, I don't like this.
Cortana.
Oh shit.
She's gonna do it. Do it.
Oh my
Shit, man.
god, dude.
Oh shit.
Woo!
Don't get too comfortable.
Oh!
You need to know your AI's limits.
Dude, that is wild.
That
Oh,
was
that's
awesome.
the intro.
That
Wow.
was so cool.
Is 117 the right man for the job?
Chief has debriefed hundreds of people. He can tell the difference between an informant and a spy.
Perhaps the old Master Chief could do that.
Oh
But
god.
this one was at least partially responsible for the loss of the second artifact. He left his position.
To save marine lives.
It's the mission that matters, not the brain.
Says the man who never put on the uniform.
Damn.
Oh! Yeah,
Damn.
fuck that guy.
Prognoxky actually speaking the truth.
I'm afraid I agree with Bota.
Well, fuck Boda.
Too Spartan.
It's not the Spartans they're questioning.
Halsey.
It's me.
Because she's responsible for the
Isn't
money
that
go
right?
through.
Come on. Out with it.
Oh.
Admiral Hood is concerned. And now, after the losses on her ridden
He's considering dismantling Section 3 and putting the Spartans under direct UNSC command.
All these years they've been calling me paranoid.
No
Don't
one's
they?
against you.
No, it's not lore, but I thought they were under UNSC command eventually.
Who put those ideas?
Give her out, Chief.
Give her out.
Idiots don't take hostages. She's one of them.
Ooh. Wise man. Wise man.
My favorite new character. Doesn't have a name, I already like
Them
You
squid
said
heads.
squid heads?
Yeah.
I was told that there's another slur for elites. Split mouths? That's a slur, apparently.
Where'd you find that info?
A coworker.
That's funny.
You're the demon.
Yes.
That's what the Sangheli call you. It's a holy place for them.
I'm just watching that finger, man. Just waiting for it to. You know what I mean? Like.
What do you think she did? Plug it into his neck or something?
She said she was gonna bring his head.
Oh my god.
Tell me why I should trust you.
This is a loose cannon chief, man. Holy fuck.
Because I'm like you.
He gets some
You know,
memories if he touches her.
I never brought it up. I'm glad they kept the Halo theme. Because normally I feel like you don't get that in adaptations. Like it doesn't, not everything follows through.
Genetics.
Yes, I have.
Margaret, this is a bad idea.
The committee needs a scapegoat. I'm giving them one.
Dozens, for Lilith's sake.
That's correct.
We purposely kept Jag out of the Spartan 2 program.
He's under strict orders to limit his questions to cloning.
Some of those advancements in genetics were based on illegal scientific protocols, is that correct?
Well, as you
Oh, they're
said,
like
Cynthia,
observing it, but they're not actually in the
She
room.
is smarter than both of us.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Master Chief, we're in
I need the room. Now.
Oh, damn.
And those two are gonna hear it.
Yep.
Okay, that's enough.
Don't do that.
We have to get in there and stop this.
If we interrupt you now, he's going to think we're complicit.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
We are complicit. Whose future? Not mine.
No, mine.
Humanities.
The future of our species.
Yeah, whatever.
Human beings are still hardwired for conflict and selfishness, John.
That's
I knew
humanity.
years ago that if we were going to survive, we needed
Miscalculations of humanity.
intervene that could prevent conflict
Oh
before
shit,
it
she's
started.
gonna get involved in it too. Oh, they wanted to keep her out.
Oh.
The group who would protect us.
Amanda, you're not authorized to be here. And that thing you replaced me with.
Genetically compromised flash clones. Once they were in their homes, they started to experience nosebleeds, headaches, and
Oh my god, they left a fucking shitty clone behind. That's what he saw.
After a short period of time, they would pass away.
Oh my god.
Any challenge to the status quo is always thought to be mad, bad, and morally reprehensible until people see the benefits.
That is true.
Oh shit.
Who's in on it?
Oh god.
When you're fighting next, there are more secrets hidden, and you key. John, you have something inside of you, some atavistic connection to this thing that we're calling the Halo. And I know.
How cool is that device?
That is amazing.
Very cool.
That's very wild.
Miranda's gonna be pissed.
She's crying.
Oh, poor girl.
Daddy and mommy suck ass.
They do.
She's like, I'm alone in this world.
She said,
Can you check on that for me?
yes.
Right away.
Yes, Chief.
Oh, dude, he's having a
shit.
attack.
Miranda and Chief. I love it. I
Memories.
love it.
Oh, there's the clones, dude.
That's not a gamble I would take.
I'm not interested in your advice anymore.
It will likely kill you. Chief, whatever you think you're looking for, I
Oh my
can
god, he's going nuts.
As soon as they're ready.
I'm still a tiny bit worried about them glocking her in her sleep or something. We'll see what goes. She's just suspicious of the same thing John is.
She told us was a lie.
Yeah.
It's good that he has somebody he can talk to about this. He's not alone.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
For now.
Are you okay?
Fuck no.
You admitted everything to the Master Chief. Everything except your involvement. But I have the records to prove that.
She's such a bad bitch.
And I'm sure that you'll have us on the stewardship of the Spartan program. Moves to a more responsible person. You're handing them to Miranda. She finally gets the promotion you'd never give her.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bye-bye, biatch.
Miranda.
You're kidding me. Your clearances are vote defective.
Bye.
Oh.
More access to Cortana or your land.
Woo!
We got a transmission from the ship after the attack. It was a voice speaking and saying Haley.
That was hers.
Yeah.
We're working to clean it up.
Oh man.
When we
That
do,
means the blessed one's on the
I
timetable.
was thinking maybe you could verify my translation.
That's gonna be funny.
Of course.
It's gonna sound just like her.
Yeah.
I can do to help.
She's gonna have to try and change her voice. She'll be like,
that voice is very interesting. I don't know who it would
Oh, dude, he's shaking. Fuck. I can't tell if he's having like panic attacks or if it's because of the artifact that's making him.
It could be the artifact.
Like a drug, like it's just calling to him, like he has to be a part of it.
Master Chief Petty Officer John 117. Begin health diagnostic.
Oh,
Your anxiety levels are through the fucking
Oh god,
roof.
Quan. I was like, this is just like that moment.
What's the discharge rate of an M6C battery cell?
Oh, laser!
Right,
Beautiful.
20%. So
She's gonna feel bad not like telling them.
or she, like the fear that they might not respond properly.
Did what?
The girl's blood. What?
See me.
drama queen.
Oh. Mom.
Palsy herself, yeah.
Hello.
What do you want?
Oh, now you want to be a mom.
I
Yeah,
wanted
okay.
to say goodbye to you. No, you don't. I'll cut straight to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely cannot conduct any further experiments on it. Look, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Mm-mm.
I am truly sorry. Family, it's just not a concept I believe in.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
we
should have
can
done
tell.
a better job. It was never my intention to hurt you.
Intentions never matter. It's the results that
She
do.
simply
Yeah.
does not believe in family.
Well, that's enough of that.
The Fast and Furious crew would literally hate you. Creep show, what you doing?
Did you get a good look? I believe so.
Good look at what?
Just fake tears, or
Well, those
they weren't
cameras.
even real tears. It was like a camera.
Get a good look at what?
Her eyes. Maybe they'll try and clone her too. Clone Miranda and replace her.
Oh god.
Or like signed
Focus
on,
on this
signed
area
on to something of
here.
hers with eye.
Uncoded
lenses.
intragenetic region of your. I'm not saying that this is the source of your connection to the artifact.
But it's the
That
exact fucking
gene
same thing.
alignment is remarkably similar. Statistically, you're 2 in a billion.
Wow.
Am I a prisoner here?
You said you could help.
I do want to help.
Then start helping!
Oh.
I do not like him having his back turned to this girl.
It's killing you. You wanted to know more, so you went back to it.
Maybe you're right.
Searching for clues about yourself.
Maybe it's like a drug that needs more of.
Scenes over it.
Frightening.
Keystones became my servants.
Whoa. Whoa.
I can show you, John.
I don't like this.
Take me to the keystone.
It's very insidious. It's very insidious.
Lead us to its partner.
It's very insidious.
And when the stones are united,
You will find peace.
Hell no. Ta-da-na-na.
Peace through the Halo ring extinguishing you.
That's Cap.
You said it yourself. We're the same, right? 2 in a billion, you said.
What if she's setting you up?
He's so
Dude,
so
he is
unhinged,
literally
man.
dying.
Yeah.
What if she wants you to touch it because she knows it'll be killing off the Covenant's most powerful enemy?
True. True. But how do you get him healed if he can't go and touch it? Oh boy.
Please, I need to see him.
Just do what she says.
Oh, that's gonna trigger her memories of a
bad.
child.
This is bad. This is bad vibes.
Don't touch it, dude. I don't think it's a good idea. Bets on if it's a good idea or not.
It's a bad idea.
So everything's a bad idea.
Less than a day.
Cortana snap, like, grab him. Don't let him do it.
I always forget that she can like see all of this.
Hey, just calm down.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
He's my
Holy shit, his heart rate.
He made contact. Ah! With what? What is he feeling?
shit. Dude.
Dr. Halsey. Seizure.
They're like feeling the same shit.
Yeah.
He's just getting all the. He's getting all the juices, and so is she. She just probably can't handle it like him.
Let go! He's gonna die. He's gonna go to cardiac arrest. Oh!
Circulatory.
Pull the plug!
Oh, oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Whoa.
Is he on the ring?
I was about to say
Mentally-
that.
Did he mentally teleport to the ring itself?
Just look for the horizon. Look to the horizon.
Dude, please tell me.
It,
I want to
it,
see
it,
the
it has to be. It has to be y'all. Right?
Oh, there she
They're
is.
both there.
Back.
Don't end.
There, it will end with. It'll be the ring. It'll be the ring.
Oh my god!
Knew it. Let's go. Good calls, y'all. Good calls. I can't see it. It disappeared into the clouds.
There it is.
Wow.
Fuck.
What is this? What is
I
this?
know, I was about to
what
say,
are we-
What are we
fuck?
doing? Do they just feel a spiritual link to one another? Because they're like the same freaking person?
Maybe it's just
Could be
him
that.
acknowledging she's actually present. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
true. How about this, y'all? Wow.
Mind blowing, dude.
Where'd you go?
Damn.
Halo. Dude, this shit is getting good.
It's great.
It's been good.
Yeah,
It's getting
I was gonna
gooder.
say, yeah, it's been great. It's been great, right? Episode 6, y'all. This is a peaceful ass show, weirdly, all things considered.
Yeah.
This is like, it's not a show that you necessarily like. Okay, what I was gonna say is not necessarily true. I guess it depends on the episode and how much action you get. This is more of like a show that you just sit and digest, and you just really like. I don't know, like today's episode for me, I just wanted to hear what they had to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just invested in the conversation. It wasn't like anything to really like feedback off of for a reactionary effect, but I don't know. I feel like it's ramping up. It's so fun that they're doing like this concept of Like we know the end results just for game intent. I know it's not the same. I'm gonna have to always preface that every time, but I like the way that we have the idea of where this show could go, but they still do this show in such a way where they can keep the mystery alive and exciting to be a part of for their discovery of what we already know.
Yeah.
Like you would think us knowing at least something to go off of with the games would be almost like a spoiler of the thrill of this show.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like, I feel like it's almost cool that they make it like... Because we get to see how they react to learning all this info for the first time.
Well, and also the elements of the story that they've added is, like, the things that we... Like, the exciting part of the show has been learning about the Spartan program and trying to learn about John's connection to the Keystones.
Yeah.
And that's really, like, the parts that I would say that just from us watching it that I can tell that we're all interested in the most. Other than seeing, like, wow, Easter egg, look, it's a needler. You know what I mean? Other than that stuff, like, it's the story that they are creating within the realm of Halo. You know what I mean? For the most part, you know? I mean, interestingly enough, there was no Quan Ha or...
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, none of that in this episode, which, again, I think it's not... That's a side story to the main plot. But the main story is about Chief and his connection to the Blessed One, the artifact, and how he came to be. So, considering that that's something that we didn't necessarily get in the games, that's what gives us the, like, oh, that's fun. But yes, even knowing, like, what the end result of, like, the Halo ring is in general is, you know, it's fun. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that, I mean, Halo's been out a long time. There's probably a massive amount of people that might just watch the show just for, you know, shits. Yeah, just cause that might have never played Halo that doesn't really know, like, what the Halo ring is, or, like, what does it all entail. Really.
Yeah, well, I know a couple people that are watching this show that have never played the games, so this is, like, their first encounter with this world, so that, I mean, I'm sure there's that exciting factor as well. And even for viewers who know the future result of a different version of the story, because it's a different version of the story, we still get to see a new attempt at getting to that story.
Yeah.
And then once we get to the place that we're familiar with, it still might be, I mean, more creative liberties can still take part in it. So we can still get what we're familiar with different touches, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like a familiar painting with new colors added to it.
So with what you're familiar with, what is gonna happen? Because I don't know.
I'm just saying, sorry, I don't know what's going to happen in this show. I'm just saying, like, as far as when we get to Halo 1, the only issue is there's so much other stuff that has to happen before you get to Halo 1. We still have to have the fall of Reach before. Once again, this is, I feel like it's, people are going to be critical of, like, me saying there has to be things that happen. These things don't have to necessarily happen because this is its own story. But so far, so good. It's already, like, staying pretty in the boundaries of what can still work with what we are familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, certain events might take place, but, like, stuff just... I mean, like, in theory, at this time in Chief's life, like, he wouldn't have met Cortana already.
Yeah.
So, like, that doesn't...
Yeah.
Like, basically, the whole... Spoiler for Halo Reach, if I have to say that. But, like, the whole story of Reach is you... Like, basically, your whole mission is to get Cortana to Chief.
Yep.
It's literally the whole game.
Yep.
But that's already happened in this. And that is the fall of Reach. Like, you know what I mean? Granted, like, there's other stuff and surviving as a Spartans and trying to fend off Reach, but, like, the main bit and the reason why that game was made was to, like, oh, you get to see, like, how Chief gets linked up with Cortana before they blast off in the Pillar of Autumn. So it's like...
Yeah.
But, you know...
Even still, though, like, if you still wanted to keep that story, like the integrity of that story and not damage it, you could still write what we have now to be like, okay, this version of Cortana we have is a little bit different than the one from the games, so maybe they disconnect, they refurbish and perfect Cortana to blend perfectly with Chief, but they're separated, and that's where you have the Noble team come in and do their mission and try to get to our guy. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's so many possibilities for how they could do this, or they can just, like you said, completely, like, do their own thing where that Noble team is not a part of this. This is purely Chief's perspective. we could still get a form of the Fall of Reach, which leads to these guys going to the Halo ring eventually.
Well, that's what I think. Like, we'll still get forms of those, but just like how they play out and what characters involved and who does what. Like, I don't think it'll play. It won't play out the same.
I have a cool way of thinking of it. If Reach is Noble Team getting Cortana to Chief, maybe in this iteration, maybe not for season 1, but maybe season 2 covers the Fall of Reach. Noble Team is characters that we are actively engaged with, and the job of that show is Noble Team helping Chief get to the Pillar of Autumn or something, like getting him to an evac at some point, like covering his back and being sacrificial members. Yeah. Or maybe they won't exist at all, and Silver Team will play that kind of role of like, you know, making sure Chief at the end of the day is secure with Cortana off the planet before it goes down, if that is a thing that happens.
But who knows? I mean, the way they're ramping it up, and like we might already get to the Halo ring before any of that happens in this. In this season. Yeah.
So me not having played Halo 1 or 2, does Master Chief have Cortana right off the bat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she?
And that would be their first time seeing the Halo ring. So this episode alone is already like Will saying, huge.
Yeah.
He sees it right here. He doesn't have to wait till seeing it. The Halo 1 episode, or second mission, whatever it is.
I know we'll bring it up later in the episode, but I just kind of want to bring this up now. So remember the flashbacks that John was having about the night that he was captured from his home. Do you remember that?
You guys were talking about another body you saw?
Yeah. But do you remember that?
Vaguely,
I'm just saying that the scene happened.
Yeah,
Not necessarily that. You don't have to remember every frame, but just that.
Yeah.
Well, there was a moment in it that I said, wait, because we were discussing whether they killed the parents, and I was like, oh, that looked like they were carrying a woman's body out. And Adam goes, well, I thought it was a kid. Adam was right. Because everything you see is from like first person. Everything in the flashbacks is like first person perspective of Chief, and so it's like he was literally laying like this, and the camera is upside down, and you see somebody carrying a body into a room. It was the clone of John that they knew was going to die.
That was some horrific imagery. The shot of the children with like the giant open wounds
and infections.
Yeah,
you don't see children often wounded in shows, so it's pretty graphic.
But anyways, I just wanted to like. Before we get to it, it was just like there's not really a good time to say it in the episode.
For sure. I mean, we can go linear through it too. I just wanted to say one of the big moments I liked in the episode was the talking point for Halsey about. I mean, she basically played the villain of this episode, morally, just talking about the why as to how she conducts herself and why she does the things she does. Basically, with that whole mentality of like, ends justify, or what is it? The means justify the ends is her way of thinking, which ironically works in her favor by the end of this because whether you agree with her interpretation how she does things, she gets the results in the end. Like, we do learn that there will be a Halo ring that can exterminate everybody at the cost, unfortunately, of her sins towards children and families.
Yeah, but in fairness, that wasn't her goal, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't her.
Her goal was to make. She was essentially trying to merge humans and AI. She was like,
to create the ultimate human.
Yeah, she's like natural evolution's bad. You know,
we're selfish and hardwired.
That's gonna die. Anyways, but yeah, so her whole thing was natural evolution is bad. Humans are selfish and unreliable, and like the whole talk with Miranda last episode of Halsey not liking glitches and shit like that. So if you make an AI and a super soldier and can combine them, and then I guess probably prove to humanity that this is the way that we should live for the rest of our lives, that is how we move on and just become like a AI human species. I don't know what you would call it, but
a Borg life.
Yeah.
A drone life.
But that's her whole like shtick of what she wants.
She's just the worst.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
Would you, any of you know, maybe more so you, would you know if like Red versus Blue is canon in this. In this
It's not.
universe?
It's not canon.
No.
It is. It is as canon as the Force Unleashed is for Star Wars.
Okay.
It's
So not
like
canon
it's
at
its
all.
own world. It's like a sea canon.
I was just curious, like, what? Isn't it like the year 2555 at this point or something?
Oh, I got no clue.
I'm wondering when like the freelancer program started with their AIs.
I will say for that series, the Red vs. Blue series, they make it their own canon to work with the Halo world, but it's very loosely connected. But yeah.
Yeah, but even then, like I feel like the story of Red versus Blue, because I've seen all the whole series. Well, actually, that's not true. I saw the whole series up until like high school, like when they were adding like real 3D animations into stuff.
Okay,
So I don't know if it's still going or if it kept going
Yeah.
after that or like what the story led up, but like it really had nothing to do with the Halo.
Yeah.
Like it was just their own thing.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I think it went up to season 15, then it stopped, and now they have a new show called Red vs. Blue Zero.
Yeah. Super spoiler, but like the whole thing when like it's like, oh, church is an AI. It's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like that was the last thing I was like, oh, this show is just like, it's just like out there.
I mean, it takes up place on all those maps that are like very
Blood
different,
Bowl.
very different locations from what Halo considers those maps to be.
Yeah.
So, start of the episode was people questioning. Well, it was
No, it's Chief.
Kai.
Yeah, with Kai.
Kai injured, and people questioning the Blessed One, if she's like truthful or if it's sus. Seeing if they can actually get answers out of her, saying Haley.
And John raging.
John
looking at
raging
Halsey.
everywhere.
Having all kinds of system malfunctions in his head.
Yeah, but then they landed on Reach. They got back. Everyone started going their different areas, and John locked Halsey in a room and was gonna basically melt her body with radiation until Cortana took over his body, because he's figured out what Cortana is really for at this point. I don't know if you read it. Well, no, not a spy, but to take over his body.
Be the next unit.
Yeah, he is literally just meant to be like a puppet for Cortana to control. He figured out, but he doesn't realize Cortana's not given that full access currently as the show is.
Okay, I couldn't remember if like she had access yet, so they did limit her. That was like right off the bat too, right? When she appeared, she was like, "Oh, why can't I do this? Don't you want me to be able to fully function like with him?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Not yet."
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I was like, "Okay, is she gonna like take over and the truth will come out to Chief?"
Yeah.
So son of a bitch, Master Chief is right, but he doesn't have the proof now.
Yeah.
Because she didn't do it.
You ever seen the movie Upgrade? Either of you?
No.
It's like a B-list sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
A dude gets paralyzed from the neck down, and they put an AI in his spine, and it allows him to use his entire body.
I've seen them break down like fight scenes from that movie.
That movie's insane.
Wow.
Interesting. But yeah, that was intense. John was just like ready to do whatever at this point. Just
that was an intense scene.
Torture tactic, basically.
I mean, I was kind of there for it. I mean, she pisses me off, and honestly, she has it coming.
She does.
Like, as much as I don't condone what would be happening to her as a result, I mean, she put herself in that. I mean,
yeah, you've done that yourself.
She has done that herself, but that was still a pretty badass scene. I'm just kind of pissed that Chief had to open it. Like he didn't get his answer in the end, and I wonder if this will make him think that Cortana doesn't have that power, because she definitely still has it.
Well, he said, I wanted to know your AI's limits.
Well, he was also, the whole story he was giving of, like, the guy that died, the way that Halsey was about to die, was that all technology has a fail-safe in it, and Cortana is essentially John's fail-safe. What happened next?
That's a lot of power. Like,
what?
Would you think going forward from the show, like after Halsey's probably not in the picture as much, that Cortana will always have that like ability over Chief, or do you think she will always be limited to never fully being able to take over him? I know it's like a small thing. Like
I think unless it's like I think the only time it'll be used is as a as a like plot conflict point of being like, wait, John doesn't have control of his body. Like, you know, if season 2 Halsey returns, the return of Halsey is season 2, and Braganaski is like trying to tell John to do something, that John loses control of his body. It's like, oh, I can't believe that Halsey would do such an unethical, immoral thing. Yeah. Shocker. But like to me, like I feel like that's the only way that really plays out again, because like Cortana, I mean, she even said herself in this episode, like she's like, I'm just here to help. Like I don't really have like she's been listening to Halsey, but like she doesn't have like any intentions, you know what I mean? Like that's not really like her thing.
I wonder if they could do like a scenario where they give Cortana like says, yeah, I'm with you, I'm for you all the way, and they give her that access, and then like if Master Chief is in combat and he gets knocked out, can she like enter into his body, lift him up, and get him out of the combat zone?
Could, yeah. Probably could.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. That'd
be very different from the typical Master Chief Cortana relationship. That'd be interesting to see if they would do that.
Yeah.
Does she not have that kind of power in the games?
Not as far as the story that we see. I mean, she's just kind of a HUD guide, really. She kind of just talks to you and like gives you the breakdown of the land if you ask for something. She kind of like scans. Yeah, I think you can insert her. Yeah,
she's just Siri. He literally just has her in her suit.
Gives you like helpful advice. I mean, he takes her out and like will plug her into something so that she can like read the what's in the area, like any bases around or something like that. But that's about it. I mean, she's not. This is way more advanced than that one, I feel.
Yeah. Because it's in his brain, not just a chip in his helmet.
No, yeah, literally. There's a lot more access that this Cortana has.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like the next thing I remember is Praganaski talking to the other like council member people.
Yeah, she was kind of tolerable this episode today. I feel like she took a backseat from being the nuisance of these episodes. And just from the Lord Hood crew coming to ridicule her, you know, like her figuring out that, you know, getting them the, what is it, nipping them in the bud.
Yeah.
Calling them out for what they're really there for, basically judging or criticizing her for if this plan goes bad because she's the one who's basically letting it.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She freaking put Halsey away, which was the greatest thing in the episode.
Yeah. So the whole solution of that was that they were going to throw Halsey under the bus as the scapegoat as to what was wrong, and you know, John gets his justice. We can continue the program. Miranda gets promoted, and then Halsey is shipped out of town.
I think that's when Miranda goes and checks out her lab, gets the message very quickly about come see me. And she goes and checks out, visits her mother.
Yeah. And then also the whole, like, the constant back and forth between John and the Blessed One.
Right.
I don't even know if Maki? I don't know.
It was like Makee.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually, I can't remember if that's her real name from our flashback episode.
But I don't even know if she would follow that name anymore.
She's the Blessed One to us, so.
What they call that? What's that in their language? Haijiru or Haijul?
Hijiro?
Hijiro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna say it means hero.
I am a hero.
Nice.
Like you.
Yeah, that was really funny. You're the demon.
I've heard worse.
I've heard worse.
It's not the worst thing I've been called.
But yeah, they had their back and forth of like, you know, she had her like Sidious moment later. She's like, bring me to the Keystone, and together we can find peace.
In a secure society.
I feel like she's like low key telling the truth. Maybe their location, the Covenant's location, I don't think is true. I think everything else she's saying is like the truth. The lie is just like exactly where they are, and the fact that she's like, you know.
I think she's good at blending the two to make whatever job she's trying to get done work easily.
Like I think
her time probably.
Well, I think her whole experience too of her talking about using the lesser stones to like, you know, practice her ability and like learn to control them and not let the stones make her like sick or whatever or like in pain. I think that was accurate too.
Yeah.
It was just, you know, what she wants is the lie in all this. Yeah, I don't know what the deal too with like when Miranda and Halsey meet up. Like, what's
the
the
eyeball
deal
thing?
with the eyeball?
What was the eye contact about?
I mean, like last time.
What would you have captured or gleaned from that conversation with your eyes? Is there something about her that they...
I don't know, but I was about to say last time, but I was thinking of the Batman movie where he gave Selena Kyle.
I knew there was something I had just watched that had to do with an icon, like an eyeball that could take pictures or record. And I literally couldn't. It was pissing me off during the recording. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, you said it. I thought they did it earlier in the episode, but I just realized that was Selena Kyle.
It was something else, yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what...
Like face radar, like to like scan a face, scan her eyes, like I don't know.
I don't know what she had to. All she said was, "Did you get a good look?" Or all Aiden or whatever his name is said, "Did you get a good look?" So I don't know. To what end is she getting from her?
Like she's at her house, there would be nothing of Miranda's to like unlock that place unless that's where Miranda lives too, or like I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean I don't know that they do some type of like genetic and like I don't know if it's like the typical like in spy movies where it's like read your eyes.
Was it not to get in
in
contact with Cortana?
That's what I thought it was.
No,
That's what I said.
Cortana found her.
Yeah, she broke through the wall.
Yeah, she broke through Fleetcom's firewalls to...
There's absolutely nothing wrong with my algorithm.
Hate that
There's
guy.
no plot holes in it.
Hate that guy.
Shut your mouth. I'm perfect.
Useless character.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe it's like when she's away, she can still access everything and pretend to be like Miranda coming through, you know what I mean? Like if it's like scan your eye to get in, if they use Miranda's eyes to do it.
Well, what if you say clone her and get rid of her? I was like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I said that. I mean,
Holy
I figured
shit.
you would need a DNA sample, but who knows? Who knows what Halsey has up her sleeve that she can do?
Just take a t-shirt of hers.
True.
Get skin follicles off that.
Yeah.
It's probably better than eye contact lenses.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Chief and Miranda decided, well, they looked at the DNA of her and the Blessed One and found out they both have
identical.
Some segment of their DNA is identical, and they're basically like a 2 in a billion chance that they are.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
2 in a billion.
Yeah.
That is slim odds.
So, after meeting with her again, they decided to check out the stone, the keystone. He goes into it and starts having extreme physical reaction, and
it's enough to knock down. It's enough to knock down the Blessed One.
Yeah,
wherever she was.
And they both get mentally teleported. Like
and she could feel it too.
Yeah,
she knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
she was like, I feel dread. Like some shit is about to go down.
Yeah, and they both got sent to the Halo.
Yeah.
Great.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Can they do anything there, or is it like a virtual reality world? Like they just threw on their Oculus and they're just kind of staring, and then they just kind of have to take it off like those chips. Speaking about those chips, were cool by the way. In the room.
Yeah.
The little forehead things,
keys, and all that.
That was pretty.
It's
wild.
like Inception.
Yeah. Well, I liked how like Miranda just wobbled in and like her body just like formed next to them. That was pretty cool.
Even then, they were conscious with that thing on because her dad was about to take it off, and she's like, "No, don't.
Yeah,
stay for this."
They made it seem like they had to be so secret, like as if Chief could hear them. It's like if he can't hear you, like why are we like doing this like all like
very interesting.
Yeah.
Don't go out of it yet, Miranda. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean they're in a room, so it's like you don't know who's walking by.
It's like in the room next door. The walls are getting shut up.
Yeah, well, it's also
it kind of was. It was like down the hall on the left.
Well, it's also like they didn't know that Miranda walked in. The door wasn't locked. She just waddled in.
Yeah, like somebody could have shanked them.
Yeah,
unless one could literally just walk in and stab all 3 of those people, high profile people.
Dude, I don't know why.
No
like
guards.
When Miranda was walking into Halsey's lab, her new lab. I don't know why I felt like she was about to get attacked because the way the camera was like following right behind her. I was like, I feel like out of the corner something just.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for a jump scare to happen right now.
It just felt like a weird, like inopportune time to do it, and it would just be like throw everyone off.
The Blessed One just had like a hunter with her.
Yeah,
it's now squiggling around somewhere.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, that's what I'm curious too about. Like, what is her like fucking end game here? Like,
I know I'm confused about her now.
Well,
The blessed one?
Yeah,
No, I know her end game. She's gonna she wants to touch the stone because she can signal to the Covenant like, yo, this is where I'm at with it, so they can come and get her. My thing is, how the fuck does she think she's gonna survive amongst literally the whole military, like, and Chief, like?
Maybe she doesn't expect to.
The sword, the finger sword, ain't gonna do all that.
Maybe
much.
she doesn't expect it. Maybe they've treated her like fam, so she's returning the favor.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been a tool, but maybe that's what she'll appreciate as like being somewhat like loved. So maybe she'll make a sacrificial move so the Covenant can turn on the Halo rings.
Yeah.
Or okay, do you still think that it turns on the Halo? I mean, I know that's what you're kind of spitballing, but if it's not like a Halo activation,
I think it's going to be a guide to where the Halo exactly
like
is.
give a destination.
Yeah. Or like a compass that points the right way.
Yeah, I could see that.
Why are you laughing?
No matter where the Halo is, it still exterminates life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe that's like you put the key together and the Halo goes from point A to point B.
True. I
Like
just
moves somewhere?
Yeah.
Moves where?
To wherever the keystone is. Once you put them both together, like starting up a car.
Oh, like you put it in and it just appears out of orbit?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
Oh,
like the Death Star, like it just shows up out of the blue. That'd be really creepy.
Yeah.
Did the Death Star do that? Did it move
Hyperspace?
fast?
Yeah, it could
Okay,
it could travel
I couldn't
in
remember.
hyperspace.
I remember just showing up out of nowhere by
I don't
Scarif.
remember that.
I remember it's slow in A New Hope.
Yeah, but
Well,
it
I guess
can,
Rogue
it
One.
can travel in hyperspace.
Okay, I couldn't remember. But that's terrifying. Something massive, hyperspacing in. I still think that's one of the cooler sci-fi things, like a giant thing just appearing out of the sky. I can't wait till like another giant Covenant ship just like appears, like a big one.
Yeah.
One of the massive ones.
Yeah. It's cool in Halo when they had that, when the Covenant ship that was like dead that flew in when Blessed One attacked that UNSC ship. It was cool because it's almost like it comes through like a portal. It's like, it comes out. It's not like in Star Wars where it's like too hard stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's cool.
I kind of like the hard stop.
The hard stop
It's
is
pretty cool.
It's the Rogue One has the best scenes for that. I'm trying. Does any other? I'm trying to think. I don't think any other sci-fi have that kind of stuff. At least not super
Spaceballs.
present. Doesn't count. It's rip off Star Wars.
Yeah.
We've reached, what did they say when they're doing hyperspace? We've reached Plaid or something, and there's Plaid. Fucking love that movie.
I haven't seen that in forever.
It's jam.
We only have 2 more episodes. Right?
Like,
7 and 8.
why would the Blessed One want to warn those people that she thinks something bad is gonna happen?
Because it might affect her. Maybe she didn't want to die or something. I don't know. She can't carry out her mission if she feels
Well, she's
like...
also it's probably not that something bad's gonna happen. It's that, Chief is about to touch the thing and I need to be there to touch it too. Like, it's probably like that, like trying to be like, let me touch it with you.
It's wild that it warped her too, though.
Yeah.
It did, so now I'm wondering, does that happen every time he touches it?
Can it happen to other Blessed Ones?
Yeah.
Did others appear on the Halo ring?
Well, I don't know. There's
Like
only,
far away?
There are 2 in a billion, so maybe they are the only.
How many people we got on Earth? 7 billion, roughly? 7 to 8 billion?
Yeah.
And there's multiple
Not
planets.
in this universe.
Well,
apparently.
there's multiple planets that are colonized by humans, so maybe you can get like 3 others of the billions.
I mean, in fairness, there's a probability. It's not necessarily that it will happen. Technically, you get lucky and it could be like 300. Maybe in reality it's 300 in a billion.
People just spawn in on different sides of the Halo planet. What the hell is going on? Somebody's taking a shit now. They're in the desert.
Yeah, that's a very
Attack.
All I can think of is
Attack on Titan.
Where it's just like,
Aaron
imagine
calling
this
everybody.
is like taking a dump, reading a newspaper, and it's like, I am Aaron Yeager. It's like, the fuck. Oh man.
Good episode. Good episode. Ready for next week.
Same. Cool.
Y'all, you know what to do with that big fat like button. You hit it. You subscribe to the channel. Check out the playlist if you haven't already done so you can support this Halo show. Check out some of our other series we got going on. Check out the Patreon if you want stuff early access wise, or if you just want to talk to us extensively on any nerdum. And we will see you in the next video. See ya!
Bye.